Hello, Toads and Toadettes. We all love when our favorite games get sequels, and especially when they get threequels. And one threequel that's coming out is Splatoon 3. And I am very excited for this, but Nintendo really hasn't shown us that much for Splatoon 3. And for the stuff that they have shown, honestly this looks like Splatoon 2, but a little bit better. So, I want to go over what they have shown for Splatoon 3 and why I'm a little bit concerned about it. So how about we talk about Splatoon 3? Starting off, how about we go over the new weapon they have shown? And that is a whole entire new class of weapons, that being the bow and arrow. It looks like it has 3 different ways of shooting, not really 3 different ways of shooting, but 3 different like slots that it shoots out of, and it looks like you can charge the bow to make it maybe do a stronger attack. Looks like it has 2 stages of charge, which is cool, but it looks like there is 2 sections of the bow, and then a middle section. Looks like the middle section shoots more powerful ink. Obviously, it's going to be shooting vertical, similar to the Splat Roller's vertical jump, maybe. And this looks like something that is good for people who play support. I'm not someone who plays support, but still this looks very interesting and could be very versatile, so can't wait to see how this turns out in the actual game. For sub-weapons, we know that Splat Bombs, Curling Bombs, and Burst Bombs are coming back. That's the only sub-weapons we've seen. Maybe they'll add some new ones, maybe they won't. Hopefully they bring back everyone, or every sub-weapon that we have in Splatoon 2. Or we at least have those, and maybe some new ones would be nice, but at least we got the 3 main ones. And now for special weapons, we're going to start with the Crab Tank. The Crab Tank looks to be replacing Baller, because when it moves around without moving around a lot, it looks to be in a ball form, similar to how Baller rolled. It just doesn't explode, obviously, and when it is not rolling around like Baller, it'll be moving like a crab and can either shoot rapid fire, which I'm guessing does less damage, less ink, or a charged shot. So this looks like a very versatile special. This looks to be really cool. It looks like it also is kind of like a shield. I don't know if any of you have played Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. I'm just going to say this looks like the orange dude, forgot his name, walks just like him. Shoots just like him, is a shield. That's what it reminds me of, for any of you who played that game. So this looks very cool. I'm very excited for this special weapon. Next up is the Trizooka, which is very similar to Inkzooka from the original Splatoon. For any of you who remember that, it was Inkzooka obviously, and it shot like little tornadoes, I would say. OP. Broken as crap, one-shot people, no more. I'm glad that I didn't make it in Splatoon 2, but it looks to be making a comeback in Splatoon 3 with the Trizooka. It shows, the Trizooka shows 3 different capsule slots, and we all guessing that this can be fired 3 times, either that or maybe you shoots 3 missiles at the same time. We don't know, we just hope that this is not as OP as Inkzooka. Next up is the Killer Wail 5.1, which is basically a returning version of the Killer Wail from the original Splatoon. For those of you who don't remember the Killer Wail from Splatoon, it is basically, I think it's Inkling's final smash, correct me if I'm wrong. Inkling puts I guess a little, I don't know, whatever, the little, I don't know, Wi-Fi panel, whatever that is, down, and it shoots a ray of ink. If you're in the way of it when it fully charges, you're basically screwed. Just give up. It's not as broken as Inkzooka, I would say, but it was kind of annoying. It was just oh, come on, dude, really? Man's using Killer Wail. But yeah, Killer Wail 5.1, in the Salmon Run trailer, it looked like there's going to be 5 or 6 discs, and they all shoot. I think it's gonna lock onto someone, and then just shoot towards that one person. Maybe it moves around as the person moves around. I don't know, we don't really know how this works. Maybe it's less broken than Killer Wail and maybe more fun to use. Looks like you can move around with it. And this looks interesting. That's all I really gotta say about Killer Wail 5.1. Next is probably everyone's favorite, Zipcaster, which is like an ink ninja, basically. You can grapple hook to walls, and this looks extremely broken. You can grapple hook to walls, like I said, and you still have access to your weapons. I think you may still have access to your sub-weapons, too. This is insanely broken. I hope this is not a special weapon for Splat Roller. Everyone would be using this. Maybe this is not going to be as broken as I think, but if it is what I'm thinking, you can just grapple hook to someone and then shoot them when they're unaware, and boom, that's dead. You can just wipe out their team and let your team start painting, and this could be extremely broken, or maybe it might not. We don't really know. And another one, and the final one actually, is the Big Bubbler, which is basically a disc. I guess it might be a sub-weapon, from what I see. Maybe it's not. It's probably a special weapon, to be honest, but you put a disc down, and it has a force field. You are protected from ink in that force field. I don't know if maybe the force field has a timer. Maybe after 15 seconds it goes away, or after a certain amount of ink has been sprayed at it, it maybe disintegrates. Not really much shown about this, but this could be very cool. It could maybe not. This is probably good for those using Splatling, since the charge is usually where you get killed when you're charging the Splatling. But yeah, this looks very interesting. For some reason, my mind is telling me this is not going to be a special, and that this is going to be a sub. But I feel like that would be very broken if this was a sub, so it's probably going to be a special. Next, let's talk about the single-player campaign for this game, which takes place in Splatlands, not Inkopolis. This game is, I'm pretty sure, like, the main hub is not Inkopolis. I think it's Splatsville, something like that it's called. Splattown, something like that. And the story is called Return of the Mammalians, Mammalians, whatever that word is. And it's basically about mammals this time, as, I mean, we see like an octo trooper with fur. I'm guessing that's like a mammal. But we don't really know much about the story. It looks more different compared to Splatoon, and Splatoon 2's linear story mode single-player campaigns. Lots of snow I'm seeing. Very just weird, like funky-looking things. But that's what I love about Splatoon. It's very weird and different. And we don't really know how this is going to tie in with the other stories. This might be... this looks to be like a sequel to Splatoon 2, maybe the aftermath of the first two games. We have no idea. We just gotta wait to see more info on the return of the Mammalians. And for the final thing, sadly the final thing they've shown, is Salmon Run Next Wave, which, yeah, it's just Salmon Run's coming back. 2 new boss Salmonoids, Fish Stick, which is to climb the stick with ink to kill the Salmonoids, and Flipper Flopper, something like that it was called. Fish puts ink on the ground, and he'll jump to wherever his ring of ink is. So yeah, new boss Salmonoids. Also, now you can throw the egg, which is crazy. This is going to make for some clutch plays. Lots more strategy is going to be involved in Salmon Run, which is good. I'm surprised this wasn't in Splatoon 2, to be honest with you. And also, there is a big fish boy, obese Salmonoid guy. There's not anything about this dude. He looks maybe to be a new boss Salmonoid. Maybe he is the main boss Salmonoid, like the one who's behind all these Salmonoids. Lots of Salmonoids in my sentence right now. Yeah, this Salmon Run's coming back. I love Salmon Run, first of all. I kind of sounds like I'm hating on it. No, Salmon Run is awesome. I'm glad this is returning. I won't have to turn Splatoon 2 on play Salmon Run now. I can just load it up on the new Splatoon 3 once it comes out. And yeah, it looks better, obviously, than Splatoon 2 Salmon Run. Can't wait for this one. And there you have it. That is everything they have shown for Splatoon 3. So why don't we get to the main topic of this video? And that is why this game is honestly concerning me. And that is because they haven't shown, like, anything, basically. The game is only months away. Obviously, E3 is still coming up. They could show the big new thing for Splatoon 3 at the E3 Direct. I'm hoping, but comparing this to other Splatoon games, it looks very similar to Splatoon 2. It's kind of hard to differentiate the two games. If you showed me Splatoon 3, I would honestly tell you it's Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 was pretty different from Splatoon. Single player campaign was kind of similar, to be honest, but gameplay, Salmon Run was new. This game shows nothing. Salmon Run is coming a return, making its return, that's a Splatoon 2 mode. The single player campaign, we all expected a new single player campaign. They kind of have to. It looks different, which is good. The new special weapons, we all expected. There has to be new special weapons, new weapons to the Splatoon game. But where's that big mode? Where's that big thing for Splatoon? Like, I feel like with every Splatoon game, we're now expecting that big mode. Like, Salmon Run was, for me at least, the big mode in Splatoon 2. Or maybe if they're not going to do a big mode, maybe there will be new, like, modes, like, in, like, battle modes. Like, maybe there will be new ranked modes. Maybe there will be new modes exclusive to league battles. Or, you know, I don't know, anything really. We just need something new to get us, you know, hyped for this game. And I'm obviously gonna get this on launch day. This is not me hating on the game. This is just me hoping for something big to be revealed. And for now, we will just have to wait for Nintendo to show us something, and we just gotta pray that they have something up their sleeves. And, ooh, wait, actually, Splatoon 2's Salmon Run just opened up. I'm gonna go do some shifts, and I guess I will see you in the next one.